some time and I got this fixed now. So this is a test. I'd like to be able to knock some heads for about 1 hour, if possible. We'll start this up. Knock some heads, knock some heads, knock some heads, hit some heads. I think I need to adjust the balance of my microphone. I think it's another challenge too, but that's for another time. Or maybe the microphone sensitivity. Sensitivities. Ah, yes. Nice rainy day. Good for the skin. I still don't understand this game. I don't think it's meant to be understood anymore. I'm just to the point where, because the backstory is so convoluted, I mean, it's in there right at or I should go beat his head in. The story is so convoluted that I don't think it's meant to be figured out completely. Like I said, there's just too many weird things. Just too many weird things. And that you can speculate and have all the conjecture you want, but at the end of the day, you'll never really know. But you know, it's art imitating life. It's the same as science. You know, we make a lot of kind of educated guesses, and we collect information, and we stitch that information with the best tools that we have. And it's not always right and needs reformulation. Nothing is truly known, just derived in a way. So it's all good. It is all good. But I'm not in the mood. This is a video game, and it's not meant to be having philosophical questions about what all is going on. Just tell the story or don't tell the story. And at this point, after playing this game for 3 years, I'm to the point now where I'm like, not really interested in the story anymore. It's cool to think about if you got a beer or you're enjoying some type of adult, recreational tool, but once you get past that, it sort of loses its luster, at least to me. But I'm sure there are other people out there that are, you know, digging through all of the lore and looking at all of the evidence and all the little tidbits that the developers have sprinkled throughout the game for us. I'm sure that those folks exist. I am happy and proud for them, and when they figure it out, make a Reddit and make sure that it's in a place where everybody can read it, because like I said, the story is much, and it was already a lot in just the base game, and then the DLC took that knotted ball of twine and basically threw it down the steps and rolled it around in a bunch of cat and dog hair. And so it's like there's even more to have to sift through now. Not just the knots, but all the little lint that it picked up along the way. So it's pretty interesting. By no means am I condemning anything. These are just my ideas. Interesting. And I have the right to have my ideas. And you also have the right to not listen. But yeah, there's just so much. I'm gonna go beat that man, and I can't handle it anymore. Him riding that horse is driving me nuts. Come on, where are you going? Where are you? Go ahead. Oh, you see me, don't you? Son of Get up. Get up. How? How? Yeah, did you see he had no health left? He had I tell you, that's the one thing I still can't understand about this game. Beating the dog mess out of that man. You all saw it. Hitting both him and the horse at the same time. And there's another one. Johnny Club's best weapon in the game. I don't care what anybody says. I'm teasing. It works well for me, so that's all I can say. We'll sit here and watch this man ride this horse back and forth until it gets to a point where I can't stand it anymore. Then I'll go over there and beat his head in too. But welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by today. We got our microphone fixed so we can actually have audio chat as a part of the stream. It is Sunday morning and having a good time. Rest and relax for a little bit. It's going to be busy, busy, busy next week with the holidays. It's like yeah, I'm not gonna think about it. I think I did the whole tower situation is amazing to me, and the fact that where I'm sitting, there's two horseback riders. Okay, well we can't tolerate this anymore. The more fascinating part of it all is that where we are today hasn't always been where it is. And that's another like conundrum with the whole he's going that way, so he's not going to be an issue right now. Where did the other one go? There's one up here, I think, and then there's that thing. He's coming back. He'll come back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There you are. He's coming back like he said he would. Gonna be alright. Oh, it was cheap. Take it. Take it. And see, that time he dies. That time he dies. Where did the other one go? There's another one. Where did the other one go? There he is. See, this game be trying to put people down into the weeds where you can't really see them. Come on, come on, come on, Cletus, come on, come on, Cletus, you see me? He's coming back like he said he would. It's gonna be alright. Come on. Yeah. he's still alive. Try to do it. We don't need no flashy magic and all kinds of spells and incantations to deal with a man on a horse. Now I'm gonna go back over here to my little spot. I can chill, watch things as they are. Alright, dear. Slow morning. We may have to switch levels. Horse riders. Do those? Yeah, they do stay on the map. It's amazing. I think, see, now because I've seen things, I have questions. It's like, so if Mikola is America's son and the twin of Melania, the Mikola and Melania are the same age. And Melania had scarlet rot. Okay. And what did Mikola have? I don't know. We can derive that he has the ability to charm people. But then, okay, but okay, how did Mikola destroy his great, right? That's actually a really good question, at least to me, because we know he did, right? We know that he busted it up. And why is this key shaped like this? What is that a picture of on that key on the top? What is this a picture of? It looks like that throne. So is that a tree? Wait a minute. Wait. That might actually answer something. Well, one of the common themes, at least to me, that looks like that runs through this game is if you look around in the DLC, so in the Shadow Realm, there's a lot of evergreen trees, like a lot of like Christmas trees here, and in the uh, base game, in the lands between, there's a lot more deciduous trees, like trees that don't last. Basically non-evergreens, trees that follow like a seasonal cycle and that lose their leaves, and it's sort of this constant cycle of kind of life and death and renewal that happens, it appears, in the lands between. But here, It's like forever. But yeah, but getting back to what I was saying before. So the puzzling thing too. Sorry, I took a sidetrack. My brain kind of made a left turn there. But everything that we see here, we know based on the story that this has not always been here. This actually used to be up here. And the one thing that would make the most sense is that where that is would fit in here, right? It would make sense that because I mean, just look at the shape of this versus the shape of that. It looks like those things would fit. So, so then the question becomes, what is this, and where did this fit into things? Was because there's a lot of deciduous trees here. Well, okay, so if we look at the story, the dragons rule before the giants, and then the giants rule, and then after the giants was the, or was it, or was it this? Was it the dragons, the beasts, the giants, and then people? I don't know. I don't know. This is taking a long time, and it's a little bit frustrating that it takes this long to get called up. Uh, Not really sure what we can do to accelerate this. Maybe if we switch locations. Uh, we're going to go to one of our testing grounds. Like I said, we're only going to do this for another about hour. I was waiting 17 minutes. Yeah, we may need to switch to a lower level. There may not be a lot of people playing um, this high up uh, on a Sunday. But see, here's the thing: the people in the UK and uh, over in Europe and Asia, they're up. Like, are they? I guess they may be where I am. Like, this is new game 31 for me. And so, or new game 30, it will be new game 31 when I start up. And so the only thing that I can think is they're like me, where they got to the point where all they're doing is invading and solo in the game. You know, having like personal challenges of like no hit and all that other stuff. Uh, I tell you, I feel like um, FromSoft dropped the ball with this because they had so many, or have so many people that have bought copies of this game, right? And they came out with one DLC, and it was very well received. It appears, like just thinking about the numbers. But I feel like From Software dropped the ball because they should have made another DLC instead of doing Night Rain. Because I feel like Night Rain is a whole separate project. Night Rain reminds me of like Hyrule Warriors, where you're just running around and smashing stuff, and the way that things are set up there. But I feel like there was so much more story to tell here, and with so many people, even including myself, that have invested, a lot of time and effort into this game, to just kind of abandon it kind of sucks, because it's almost like From Software pulled America on us, right? They gave us all these wonderful tools, they gave us all this grace, and then they just took it all away and abandoned it. So it's almost like, and what is that? Is that really the sun? Do we know for sure? What if that's the greater will? Taking a picture. Hold on a second. Don't call me yet. Don't call me. Make that stuff go away. It's really big. Is it a hole? Yeah, I think we've entered into a dead zone here. We're not getting called up. I need to wash some clothes, and I need to pack, and I am not motivated. Oh, we got our first call up for today. Yay! Yeah. It's not going. It's going to glitch out. It might be what it is. It might be because it was my call was stuck in the matrix because something was happening. See, it's not going. It's not going. Somebody was trying to call me, and it's not going through for some reason. So my finger was stuck in the matrix. See? It's probably somebody trying to do something they got no business doing, where they got an invader sitting there waiting, or they're playing the game where they're going to call me and call the invader and try to get me to fight them, and I'm not really in the mood to do that. I just want to do boss fights. So it's probably somebody playing a game, more than likely. Either that or somebody on the block list, one or the other, which is fine with me because I'm not interested either way. So, but see, so here's the other thing that confuses me about this game, right? So whatever that was in the sky, right, that just went over the horizon there, right, is gone. However, there's still a significant amount of light that is coming in through the clouds. Has anybody ever, like, I wonder, I'm going to YouTube and look, but I wonder if anybody's ever gone above the clouds in Elden Ring. Is there something up there? Has anybody ever inspected what that so-called sun is? Does anybody know? Does Zuli the Witch, has Zuli done this? Zuli? I saw a YouTube video the other day where Zuli actually spoke. I didn't realize that Zuli the Witch was actually a woman or female, or I don't know what the pronouns would be, but it doesn't sound like a person that has a ton of testosterone in their body. I mean, that's the best way of putting it. Yeah, I think we're gonna be stuck. This dude over here, I always see him doing this where he whips and pokes and whips and pokes. He's just going to town. That's his thing. That's a really smart configuration right there. That looks like all kinds of trouble. He's got two great swords. Uh, One that has that kind of short repeating hit thing, and then the other one was the waves of gold, which means that he's an invader, because that's not very practical. What he does is he uses the waves of gold when he's at a distance, and then when you get up close, he does that executioner spin blade on you and tries to push you back again. Like that's telegraphable all day. It's not fun to fight something like that, but totally, totally can see what the formula is. It's like if you can see the secret to the sauce by looking at somebody's weapons, you sort of, even though those weapons are really strong, don't get me wrong, if you can see the secret to the sauce though, it sort of puts you at a disadvantage because at least with my weapon, you don't really know what I can do. All you see is me carrying around a stick, and then all of a sudden I do this on you, right? Or I'm walking around and I see you coming, and all of a sudden I go, all right, we're gonna bleed you, and then I can do this still. And then I still got other stuff. So it's like, but it's like, yeah, if you're two-handed heavy weapons like that, and you got on heavy armor, the armor he had on wasn't super heavy. It was sort of in between. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a short break, and I know that when I walk away, I'm gonna get called up because this is what happens. But I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be back. I still have 50 minutes left, and so in 4 minutes or so, I will change characters because I wasted enough time doing nothing. See, y'all see this? I was upstairs trying to fix me a sandwich, and I just so happened to walk back down the steps and see that I was getting called up. Sat there all that time. He's about to lose me already with that garbage. I'm not interested. So why did you do that? Why did you go over and stand right in front of the door and then... Smart. Do it all right next to the door. That's exactly what everybody needs. Do y'all see this? Are you witnessing this? Are you all witnessing this? All of that. I could have just made my sandwich. That would have been a more productive way of using that time than sit up here and do that. Well, sit up here and waste all that time standing out in front of the door, right? I'm going to walk up to the door like I'm going to go in and don't do nothing. I'm going to use my buffs and then don't do nothing. And then run over there, hit the sign, run inside, and die within 10 seconds of starting the match. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hold on a second. I'm going to make my sandwich and then I'll turn my sign back on. So I said, just don't get it, don't understand how and why people play the way they do. But like I said, they paid the same amount of money I paid for the game, I'm guessing. So they can do whatever they want to, and it is fine. But just don't involve me. I just got this sandwich in my hand. I sat there for 17 minutes before without a single call up. And now that I'm about to eat a sandwich, everybody calls. If it's the same guy again, I'm leaving. No, actually, no, I'm not leaving. We're gonna give him another chance. Anybody can get grabbed up. That can happen. I'm not gonna fault him for that. It's the same person. But what I am gonna do is I'm staying right here because he's gonna be staying right there by the door. Not a smart place to be, sir. And he gets grabbed up again for a second time, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. Not interested. So here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand. Like you go call somebody up. It is very clear that you don't know the move set yet. And all you want to do is spam and have other people do your work for you. Okay? That's what that looks like to me. When I played this game, when I played the DLC for the first time, I got stuck on Consort Radon. The first time that I fought Consort Radon, I was sitting down and I was playing, and it was in the evening. I did that fight for 4.5 hours until I could figure it out. 4.5 hours straight. Now, I'm not saying that that's normal. I'm not saying that that's the only way to do it. But I didn't call in anybody else, right? And for 4.5 hours, I kept trying different things. And each time I tried, I learned a little bit more about his moveset until I am to the point where I am now, where I can do Consort Radon without really any challenges. The thing is, if you're not willing to invest any time and your whole success is leveraged off of the back of other people's work, then when those other people aren't there, you're dead, right? Because you've not taken any ownership in your own actions. And so just take time to learn the game. I'm not saying don't use co-op. And I'm not saying that just because you use co-op means you're a bad person. What does make you a bad person is when you don't put forth any effort. When you just want everybody to do everything for you. And yeah, it is just a game, right? But at the same time, I don't like playing games with people like that. It's just me. Because if you're not willing to put in the time, if you're not willing to, then it doesn't mean anything to you. And if it doesn't mean anything to you, then it doesn't mean anything to me. And if that's the case, then let's not waste each other's time and let's just go our separate ways, right? Let's just be adults here. Now I'm going to eat my sandwich. And that person has been blocked. I will not be subjugated to that again. My third bite of the sandwich, real. That's one thing that I've learned about this game. If you're sitting here and just watching the screen, nothing happens. But if you walk away, or if you do anything else besides sit here and watch this, some dumb stuff will happen. And now I gotta go to the restroom. I'm gonna go back to eating my sandwich now. Uh, and I don't know why, but if you want to send me through the roof at the beginning of the call in, do something dumb like that again, where you're all like posing like this is Family Feud or something like that. Um, but here's my thing: just go in there and fight. Just fight, right? I don't need your entertainment. I'm already entertained. I got a sandwich. I got the PlayStation going, at the TV and everything like that. I don't need to see you guys all posted up like you're like going to senior prom in the '90s. Like I'm not interested in that. All he was missing was the airbrushed backdrop and whatever. I'm just whatever. Not interested. And what I've learned over the years is the people that do that with all that posing and let's set up a scene so that when the guy comes in he'll see it and think it's funny. The people that do that are usually the worst players that I've seen. Either that, and when I say worse, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good at the game. They do stuff either like spamming, where they just keep spamming a move until eventually the boss will turn around and smack the dog mess out of them, and then they die and they're wondering why that happened. They will not fight at all and run around the whole time pretending like they're fighting, but not doing anything except for just running around in circles and trying to find a way to quickly hit the boss in the back and then run away as fast as they can. Or they just do dumb stuff where you can tell they're not invested any time in learning the move set. Right. So if y'all good, y'all go ahead. Because the host decided he wanted to come after me, he wasted more time. So their likelihood of getting invaded has now gone through the roof. Mission accomplished. Long live Jambi. going to go to the restroom, which I think I will do right now. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. We're going to go for about another 30 minutes. And I will be done for this afternoon. I may or may not do like a midday stream, but I'll definitely be back this evening. Uh, see that man over there? It's bothering me. Going down, sucker. What you doing? What you doing? You loitering? You know how we feel about loitering in the lands between. Nope. Shut up. So I wonder if they're related to those guys in the Shadow Realm, because he does that same scream thing. How you got mega poise? And see, that's the other thing. I think people don't realize what happens. So when you go to the new game levels, I mean, yeah, the game gets harder, but it's more to it than just it gets harder, right? So one of the biggest things that you notice when you play in higher new game levels is that the enemies have more health. Like and depending on where you are in the new game, they can have a significant amount more health, especially in the early parts of the game. Uh, the next thing you need to realize is that they do more damage, right? So they get stronger. Uh, the third thing that happens is their poise goes through the dang roof when you get up into the higher new game levels. So it's harder to get stance breaks and to get like where you got them where they go down to like one knee or take that pause moment. The third thing that happens is, or it's fourth, I guess, at this point, is the resistances go up. So the amount of like status effect you have to apply to get the ailment or whatever to take place, it takes longer. Uh, just in the beginning. I mean, it's not even saying, because if you're not aware, for each successive status effect that you put on, so if you put bleed on the first time, if you try to do bleed the second time, it's a little bit harder, and that's just across the board. Um, it goes up, like their status resistance goes up each time that status is applied. So if the status is already high, if the resistance is already high when you get the first one, then it goes up even higher to get the second one. Okay, so you just got to keep that in mind. And so if you take all of those factors together, increased health, increased strength, increased resistance, increased poise, you can't just run into this and thinking, especially when you get up into like New Game 5, New Game 6 and stuff, uh, you can't just run into it thinking, oh, well, I've already beat the game, 4 other times or 5 other times, and so this should be a piece of cake. No, no. unless your play style is refined, then what you're going to find out is the only reason you were able to do what you did there was because either one, you were over leveled, or two, you just got lucky. Because in the higher levels, um, technique matters the most. Like your technique doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but it has to be refined to a point where you have enough control over your character, your stamina, your magic, FP, your health, everything. All those things need to be kind of start getting tuned up, and that's actually what should be happening. At least in my observation and in my opinion. And like I said, take it for what it's worth. I'm not saying that what I say is gospel. I'm just saying for me, when I was playing through the game, I, in the beginning, wanted to get to as high of a new game level as possible. And it wasn't necessarily for the challenge of the new game. I just wanted the money, right? Because I knew that at the higher new game levels, that I could get more money for each kill. You see how many hits it took me? I was up to 4,000 damage right there. And he was still standing. 4,000 still standing. Up to 8,000 damage, still standing. Still standing. And this is at the beginning of the game. This is still in Limgrave. This isn't even. I'm not anywhere special. It took almost 10,000. These guys have almost 10, 11,000 HP. Just here. Just here. And so if you're gonna run in and you're like, oh well, I'm gonna do my little pokey poke, or I'm gonna do this and that, it might work. It might work. But the better thing to do is to make sure you control your character now, so that you can. What you got, brother? What you got, brother? Ah, I rolled too early. It's all good. Come on. But that's the other thing too. It's like I find that it's important, at least for me, you know, I have found that it's important to be able to think about why you died. Um, because it's easy to say, I got stuck, or the computer cheated, or they wouldn't let me do this, or I was doing this, but they wouldn't. No, all of those are just excuses. Those are excuses for things that you didn't see. And so the better thing to do, instead of saying, they wouldn't let me do this, the question you should be asking yourself is, what could I have done to keep myself from getting in that situation to begin with? We're going to play for about another 20 minutes, and then we're going to take a break. I will not be playing anything else after the break. I may come back later on this afternoon and do another game, but I am definitely following the schedule this evening, so if you're interested, please check the channel for what games we play. We will be starting at 6 p.m. I think Central Time, 7 p.m. Yeah! It was a bad call. It was a judgment call. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Rolled too early, that's my fault. But I look forward to seeing you then. But we will go for another 20 minutes.
Hey, buddy.
Woo! How you doing, Danny? Ooh, that was a bad move on my side. Go ahead, lunge forward. For another 20 minutes, and then I will be done. I have things I need to do today. I have to do laundry. I have to pack a suitcase. I have to... You dog! You dog! Let me get away from that edge. Please, he wants me to go for my move so I can... You want me to go for my super right there so I go flying off the edge. I know what you're trying to do. Tell me what to do, Devilman. Yeah! Uh-oh.
Sorry about last night. I had a phone call.
No worries, no worries. We'll do it again. It seems like I was talking to Francis after we finished playing. It seems like that game is getting harder. It seems like the more we play it, the harder it gets, because it's unlocking harder categories. Because like the first time we played it and everybody was there, I can't think of the dude's name anymore. When Cappy was there, it was me, you, Cappy, Francis, and I think somebody else was there too. But when we were playing it then, the first time, it wasn't too hard. But it seems like the questions now are a lot more challenging, which is cool because it actually makes it fun because it's sort of it looks like it's progressively getting more difficult. And we've not even unlocked all of the question categories yet because they're asking biology questions, physics questions, geology questions, astronomy questions, but they've not asked any chemistry questions yet. And I know chemistry is a category on the game. And I'm actually looking forward to that. But it seems like the math questions are harder now. Boom!
I agree.
Which is cool because now I think the challenge level is about the same challenge as it was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I think the questions are better worded, and I think Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is a better game than Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire they don't read the questions, and a lot of those questions are poorly worded. And Frances said the same thing too, without even me saying it first. She said it to me. She was like, she still thinks Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is better than Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we're going to permanently keep Who Wants to Be a Millionaire retired because I'm not interested in that level of frustration. But we will keep playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. I'm just curious to see how hard the questions are going to get. Like I said, I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes. Yeah.
Was that thing last night?
What did you say? Was what? I can't see the chat. I don't have my phone open, so I can't see. what you said. Did you ask if Francis was on the stream last night while we were playing? If that was the question, yes. That was the person I kept calling Anne. So she was there for pretty much most of the gameplay last night. Hogfan showed up while we were playing Wheel of Fortune. He guessed regular and unleaded gasoline, which was amazing because there wasn't that many letters up there. My dude was on it. He said, Hogfan said that he bought this game that I'm playing right now, for his mom. And that's funny to me because I'm just imagining somebody in there, potentially maybe like 50s, 60s, maybe older, playing this game. He said that she likes to run around hitting things. So I'm sure that's got to be fun to watch. He should record his mom playing it and put that on YouTube. That would be fun to watch. I always like watching people play this, especially if it's their first times, and it's not because I want to watch them lose or suffer or anything like that. It's just I like hearing people's sort of observations and feedback about the game, uh, because everybody sort of has their own personality and their own take as to how they go about doing things, and so I would be curious to see what his mom thinks about Elden Ring. I mean, I'm thoroughly interested in what Granny thinks about Elden Ring. I think it's
Why
amazing.
did you call her Anne?
That's her middle name. But yeah, I think it's amazing that Granny plays Dark Souls games and from soft games and stuff like that. And so I enjoy watching her play because I like hearing her insight and feedback about the game and how she perceives it. Whoa, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I knew you were going to do that, you scoundrel. Do it again. I dare you. I dare you. Come on, buddy. Come on. Look at that. Show it. Now you hands. Hands.
Okay, that was a bit confusing for me.
Yeah, if you looked at the handle, if you look at the name, it was the same name as Francis. The person that the words were attached to was still the same. Are you not watching the chat, or you just listening to it? Is that what it is? And I did call her Francis a couple of times. I just said Anne because it was easier to type Anne than it was to type Francis every time. I didn't feel like I needed to do that. 3 letters versus 5 letters, or yeah, 6 letters. Excuse me. Missed. Nice. This guy's good. He knows what he's doing. Makes me happy. I like it when people know what they're doing.
It was a different name than usual, I thought.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give it to me again. Maybe not. I get the end. Nope. Real finger's going. Toast is still alive. It's all that matters. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's your hit, brother. Go for it. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit so he can get the last hit, because he's a good player. He deserves the last hit. Ah, missed him. You deserve the last hit. Get it, boss. Get it, boss. Get it, boss. Don't mess this up. Do it again. Play it, boss. Play it, boss. Play it, boss. Play it, boss. Heal yourself. Nice. Get him. Get him. Come on, man. You dragging this out. You could have killed him by now.
Maybe not.
Up. Come on, boss. Come on, boss. Nice job, brother. He earned that. He earned that 100%. 100%. You earned that. He earned that. I did not hear anything that you said. Hold on one second. I need to go and look at the stream. No, it was the same name. It was still the Manny. You see that name that has Manny in it, Manny. It is Francis. You could have asked her if you would have asked her too, or said something. We would have explained it. But yeah, I just assumed that I had said and before, or that you would figure it out. One or the other. No worries. We're gonna die. We gonna die. We gonna die. We gonna die.
You got your voice back.
Yeah, I figured out what was going on with my microphone. Yesterday I was having some issues with the mic. I could hear, but for some reason, when I was doing my sound checks and stuff before the stream, it wasn't capturing my audio, and I had accidentally. So when I go to set up the stream on my PlayStation, because I'm not using a computer to stream, I just do everything from the PlayStation. There's a checkbox that I hit by accident when I typed in the title that disables the microphone, where you can use a headset and have your mic like completely muted through the software. and I accidentally hit that checkbox that muted my mic. And so I thought that there was something going on with the microphone on the headset. But since I can't change. Well, I guess I can, but I didn't realize and I didn't think to check that setting to see if that was the culprit. But yeah, but like I said, I'm only going to go for about 5 more minutes, and then I am going to be done. So basically, I'm going to get called up one more time, and I am taking a break. And as I said at the beginning, I'm not playing anything else after this right now.
Oh.
I might come back again this afternoon, but I will definitely come back this evening according to the schedule, because I need to do laundry, and I need to pack, and I need to get ready to go to a trip, because I'm about to go away for the holidays. There are a lot of things that I need to get ready for, and this is the last day of the weekend, and I'm not feeling very motivated to do them. Because who is ever motivated to do laundry and to clean up the house and to pack a suitcase? But I will say that that last guy I played with was a true champion. He fought like a boss the whole time. You see that dude's footwork. He was out there working his magic. I saved the last hit for him because he earned that. He earned that right. But he was putting in work. But man, as soon as the Elden Beast came out, he ran up there and immediately did his he used his Destined Death sword. He
I'll
got
be
the
in when I can.
he's cool whenever. Like I said, yeah, I don't expect anybody to show up. I make these recordings for me. I'm happy when you do. If you can't make it, that's okay. Completely understand. But yeah, my dude was out there doing his thing. He was making all the right steps, making all the right plays. Makes me happy when I see folks out there doing their thing. Yeah, like I said, the whole genesis of this channel in the beginning was not to become a mega YouTube gamer. It was not to reach millions of people around the world. I make these videos so that, number one, it's good for me to watch how I play, because sometimes it's hard to see my mistakes while I'm making them. But if I go back and watch them again, it's easier for me to learn what I should and shouldn't do. And then two, because uh, usually when I'm working in the afternoons, I have two computers open at the same time. One of them is my laptop, and then the other one is my work computer. And so while I'm working, I have it playing in the background. Sometimes it's sort of like the radio. Uh, but yeah, I do appreciate any time anybody ever stops by and joins me in the games, because it makes it a lot more fun. I appreciate all 43 of my subscribers. I know that's not a huge number, but I am happy with that. The folks find me entertaining enough where they stop by, whenever they can. Like, it's like Will's and like Hog Fan and like Francis and you. You guys take time out of your day to stop by whenever you see, whenever you can, and I appreciate that. But by no means do I expect anybody to show up. By no means do I expect anybody to go back and watch any of these videos. I make them for myself, and I'm glad that you all are a part of it. Come on, call me up so I can get ready to finish up. I gotta put some clothes in the washing machine. I will say though, here's what's funny. I have cleaned up my
I
channel a
need to
lot.
go out tonight, but I'll be in when I can.
Sure, sure, makes sense. I will say that I have cleaned up the channel a lot since folks have started coming in pretty regularly. So if you notice now, all of my videos have more professional looking thumbnails, and I'm in the process of making playlists so that all the games live in one folder. If you ever wanted to just search for one type of game, I also am being more mindful of the YouTube analytics that I get back on my videos. So I get feedback through YouTube Studio that tells me, what people are watching and how much of it they consume and things like that. And so I've been making small changes to make things a little bit more comfortable and convenient for you all that watch. And we'll keep it going. It's been a nice hobby, I will say, learning how YouTube works. Uh, and so, if you ever have questions about how to get more viewers, how to edit videos, how to set up naughty chat block lists, because remember I told you I had a clown come in and was talking crazy during one of my live chats, and it frustrated me so much that now I have AI guards on my chat about what can and can't be said.
Great job.
And so I've learned a lot about the YouTube. I'm not going to say I'm a pro at it. I'm not. I'm definitely not at the level of a PewDiePie or what is it, Jacksepticeye or Corey Kenshin or any of those Markipliers. I'm not at that type of pro YouTube editing level. But I do understand a little bit more, and I actually am more appreciative of the work that they have to put in to make their channels look like that. The editing that those guys must do on their videos is amazing. Um, to be able to get all those graphics and sound effects and all that other stuff, I'm sure the editing just takes time. So I do have a greater appreciation for what professional YouTubers do in order to keep a channel successful and alive. It takes a lot of work. A lot of work. I got it. Got this. Come on. You gonna swing at me? No, maybe not. I'm a wild pig. He's actually riding on a wild pig. Shimmy. Shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Move out of the way. I knew you were going to do that. Get out of the way of this. Bam. Woo. Boom. I'm a wild pig. Super pig. Don't you get him. Don't you hit him. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Come after me. Come after me. Yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. 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 Woo. Wait a minute. That's a trick. He tried to make me go into that so it'll explode and kill me. Don't do it. These guys are good. I appreciate this. I really do. Get him off, get him off, get him off. He needs help. Oh, these guys are playing at a high new game level. His health bar is through the roof. This is amazing. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on, Super Pig. Yeah! Super Pig. Dead. Yeah. 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 All right. This is the last one for right now. I'm going to take a break. Like I said, I may or may not come by this afternoon again. It depends on how far I get into these tasks that I'm not looking forward to doing. I've already had lunch, so there's no reason to stop and eat. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you watching. And I think that's it. We did it. We beat Super Pig. Ah, Super Pig.